I am officially back on trail where I left off, and it is 6:30 in the morning. Ready to get this day started. Good morning. It's day 109. Whew. So, man, that bed, I'm telling you, most comfortable bed I've ever slept in my life. I wanted to pack out that comforter so bad. Oh man, it was hard to get up, but I woke up same time as usual, before 5, but I rolled over. I did not get out of bed until, I don't know, maybe quarter to 6. And then I just started packing up and got ready and left. But I could have stayed there for another week. My knee is still bothering me this morning, first thing, but it's doing better than it was the other day, but I'm also going really slow, so we'll see how it does. It is humid this morning. Oh my gosh. Just standing here, you start sweating. It is so humid. The sun is supposed to come out though, so maybe that'll help. Today I'm thinking maybe 16.8 to Trapper John shelter. I think, we'll see. My other option is the Moose Mountain shelter, which is like 11 miles. But since I'm up and out so early, I'm thinking the other one's probably more ideal. Alright, well, I got quite a bit of climbing to do today, later on mostly, but it should be a gorgeous day. They did say it's supposed to clear up and get sunny, so I'm excited. The sun is coming out. Yay, I hope it stays out. Yesterday evening, I decided I was hungry and I was going to go out and get something to eat. And it had been raining like pretty much the whole day. So I ended up walking to this Indian restaurant just down the street. And let me tell you, it was hard just trying to get them to understand that I wanted to place an order to go. Finally, the guy takes my order. And I go sit down, and other people are coming in, and they were trying to communicate to them what they wanted, and it was like, they were so confused. I don't know if there was a language barrier, or they were just, well, there's definitely a language barrier, but if they were just so overwhelmed because they were so busy too. And then I wait for like a half hour, and the guy finally comes out and gives me my food, and silly me, I didn't check, and I left, walked back in the rain to my room, get back to my room, go sit down, take out the stuff, and I was like, this isn't my food. I look at the receipt on the bag, it's not even my name, it was somebody else's food they gave me. I was so mad, so I had to walk all the way back in the rain, give him the food. The guy apologized, and he looks, he goes, who gave you the food? And I said, the guy who took my order, which was clearly the owner of the restaurant. And he's like, oh, he's like, no, your food's not even ready yet. I'm like, oh. So then he places the bag at the pickup counter, and I'm like, I just took that food home. You should not be putting it back for whoever's food it was to pick up. Then shortly after, a guy comes walking in, and they give him that bag of food, and he leaves. And I'm like, I could have did anything to that food in the time that I took it out of there and brought it back. That is not good practice. And then as I finally get my food, I double checked it before I left. It was my food. And as I was walking out the door, the guy whose food that I had gotten was walking back in the door. So I don't know what that was about. I'm very curious why he was coming back in. But I'm like, oh my gosh. The food was decent. It wasn't the best Indian food I've had. So, you know, that was a little disappointing, but it was what it was. At least I got to eat. And then the rest of the night went beautifully, and I went to bed early and was out. I was, oh man, seriously. If I had that comfortable bed every night on trail, I'd be just like in my glory out here. I am halfway through my day, and I sat at a road crossing and had lunch because I'm about to be climbing up Moose Mountain. So I want to fuel myself up. And then just down here there's a water source, and it sounds like it's the last reliable water source until possibly the shelter I'm going to be at. So I'm going to load up, make sure I've got plenty of water to get me up 2 big climbs that I've got coming up. So I'm happy because in New Hampshire, all the signs are orange, and I've been waiting for this. But they're cute, too. Look how adorable. I already made it to the second peak, which is the North Peak. That view earlier was from the South Peak. Now I'm about to go all the way down before I go all the way back up. Just to go down a little bit more, and then I'll be at the shelter for the night. It's not supposed to rain, but sure looks like it. Just a little bit ago, I went across this road crossing. There's this really nice lady there with her adorable puppy, and she had trail magic. She just had some snacks and some stuff to drink. I grabbed a pack of goldfish, which I haven't had goldfish in forever, and chatted with her for a little bit, but I didn't chat too long. Because I've got an idea in my head, and I don't know if it's possible or not to make it happen, so I'm just gonna not say anything right now. And I'll let you guys know what happens in a little while. This view is stunning. This is frustrating. I have been a little lax with the foods that I've been eating out here, just because I'm limited. So, you know, I've been eating a few things that I shouldn't have on this whole trip. But for the most part, it's been okay. Well, a wire just popped out again. And not even the same one as before. This time, it was the top back bracket, the one that they have a coil on. So now that I'm not sure if I can go a whole month without fixing that. I don't know. I mean, because I can't go home. I can't. and it looks like Hanover is the closest place with orthodontists. I just came from there. Of course this would happen now after I've already left, but that's my own fault. I was eating some peanut butter M&Ms and it's popped off. I'm not supposed to be eating any hard type candies, and that includes M&Ms, but well, so I tried for like 15 minutes trying to pull the wire back into place with the spring. Just not happening. You need the right tools, and I clearly don't have them. So I ended up taking the spring off the wire and just putting it in a little pouch thing that I have in my fanny pack. And then I took the wire and put it up over the top of the bracket where the little antenna thingy can hopefully hold it in place. That way it's not just hanging loose in my mouth. So far, moving my mouth around, it seems okay right now, but I have a feeling if I'm eating, it's going to be bothering it, but I don't know. I'm not going to stress too much about it. If I move further up the trail, I might look to see if there's another town with an orthodontist nearby that might be able to help me. But if not, whatever. I'm just, it's just frustrating, to say the least. Very frustrating. Let me make this clear. I will never do another long through hike with braces. Just not happening. A month? Sure. 4 or 5 months? No. Never again. Because when things go wrong, it's too hard to fix the problem. So, yeah, I won't do it. Oh, can you guys cross your fingers for me that this does not become a bigger issue and that I don't need to worry about it, because I really don't want to stress about something toward the end of my hike. I've got a month left, you guys. 1 month. Why? Stupid braces. I went past the Trapper John shelter. Surprise, surprise. So, here's what I'm thinking. I really wanted to get to the next shelter, the Hexacuba shelter or something, but I think that's just impossible for me tonight. It's way too far. I wouldn't get there until probably between 8 and 8:30 if I'm lucky, and I'm not doing that again tonight. But the other shelter, technically, is on top of Smarts Mountain. It's an old ranger cabin that they converted to a shelter. And so I'm going to go to that. I don't know how many miles that makes it. I'll figure it out and tell you. But the reason for it is actually because, so I got a text message earlier today from Cabana Boy. And if you remember, Cabana Boy and Dutch Tape are the ones who put together that Trail Magic a couple days ago. And he told me that they were going to be at this road crossing tomorrow doing more Trail Magic. And I'm not due to get there till Friday. That was my plan, to get to that road crossing Friday afternoon and then stay at the Hiker's Welcome Hostel there. But I kind of want to surprise them and get there. But that means I have to do bigger miles both days, today and tomorrow. So I figure if I can at least get to Smarts Mountain tonight, then that means tomorrow, hold on, that means tomorrow I'd have like a 21 mile day or something like that. But I don't know how late they're going to be there till, which is why I want to go further and get to the Hexacuba shelter. But I just can't do that, especially because this big climb It's like 2,700 feet from where I'm at. I got climb. And it's 3 o'clock right now. So if I get up super early in the morning, like I'm talking really early, and start hiking in the dark, I think I can get there while they would still be there. So I'm gonna try. But I'm not telling them, and I know they're watching this now and seeing this later, but I'm hoping to surprise them. I want to surprise you too. So let's see if we can make this happen. I'd hate to push myself this far and not get there when they're still there tomorrow. That would be the biggest disappointment. So, whew, let's get this in. Starting to climb up to Smarts Mountain. It is just under 2,400 feet in elevation gain. Okie dokie, here we go. That was the nastiest thing. That was even more nasty than those bugs flying in my eyeballs. Do you know those? I don't know if they're actually mosquitoes, but those big giant flying things with the big long legs. They might be mosquitoes, like the male ones, or I don't know. It just flew into my mouth. Oh my god. Seriously. Oh my god. I started spitting. I had to grab it out of my mouth like this and grab it out, and it was on my hands, and oh my god. Oh. Hey, there, little baby. Hi. Hi, honey. What you doing? Aren't you just the cutest little squirrel? You're just the cutest little squirrel. Oh, look at that face. Oh, so pretty. So pretty one, yes you are.
Go up that.
Yeah. Got some rebar to help get you up this wet rock. That's awesome. And it keeps going up. This is definitely a big climb. I already made it to the top, and there is the tower, and we're gonna go up it. Here is the view from the top. Oh my gosh. This is amazing up here. I'm probably gonna open the door and come out of here so you can see a view without the window panes. Woo! So this wind is insane, but I think I'm looking at Mount Moosilauke back there, and Mount Washington is further back somewhere over there. Holy cow, this wind is crazy. Woo. Okay, time to go down. I have 3 more miles to go to get to this brook that I'm trying to get to. It is 6 o'clock. Oh, it's a late day again. Oh, why am I doing this to myself? Oh yeah, trail magic. That's why. It's all downhill though. From here, I think it's like 1,600 feet in the descent. So it's a big downhill, but that was a big uphill. And then first thing tomorrow, climbing Mount Cube. I'm going to try to get up earlier than normal and hike out early. Because like I said, I have no clue what time they're going to be there till. And I don't want to ask them because I don't want to give it away that I'm trying to get there. So I'm going to try to get up early, get those miles in. That'll be nice too, because if I get there early enough, the hiker hostel is right down the street from where they'll be. So then I can hopefully get to the hostel at an early hour too and relax, because I'm going to be entering the Whites pretty soon. And it's going to be my last hostel stay before the Whites. Oh boy. And it's actually really early. I never stay in a hotel, motel, hostel, whatever this soon after. Whoo! Jeez, oh Pete! Grouse! You scared the crap out of me. I hear you. Anyway. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb your nest. Okay, sorry. But, as I was saying, I never stay in one this soon. I usually try to do at least 4 to 6 days between, but it just happened to fall this way because, woo, I'm going to try to get through the Whites in one go and stay at a hostel after I get out of the Whites. So I want to have one more last day, charge up my battery, shower, do laundry, especially since I didn't really actually do laundry at this place since I didn't have it. Alright, catch up trail. I just crossed the brook. I grabbed some water there, but I'm actually going to start this climb up Mount Cube. I'm going to go to the Hexacuba shelter after all. It's 1.4 from here, and it's 7:08. So hopefully it's not too brutal of a climb, and I can get there shortly. I think I'm going to sleep in the shelter. That way I don't have to set up my tent. Make it for a much quicker setup and quick breakdown in the morning. Alright. It's been a day. Holy moly. I don't even know how much elevation gain today was. No clue. Or how many miles this is. I have no idea. So, I'll post it at the bottom of the screen so that you guys know. Woo. Holy cow. Alright. Talk to you guys up trail. I am 0.2 from the junction to the shelter. It is 7:41. I'm exhausted. Whew. So I'm going to actually end the video here because I don't know if there's going to be people at camp, if anybody's going to be already sleeping or what. So rather than disturb anybody, I will say my goodnights today, or not today, say my goodnights now. And I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Just gotta show you the privy. It's a pent-up privy. Second, because apparently it's new. They just dismembered the other one. Wow. This is a very big privy. And look, it's got the little poop helper. Ha! Alright, officially, good night.